Hello to everyone and anyone watching this video. My name is Taja. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this video, which is very overdue. This was meant to be a video, but then I didn't have time to film it before the end of the year, so I decided I would make it into a live stream. But then I just couldn't bother to do a live stream. I don't know, like, live streams scare me. Like, obviously, like, this video is going to be like in a style of a live stream, minus I guess the interaction that you get when people do live streams, because obviously it's not live. But obviously if I do say something stupid or do something stupid, or if I stutter really badly, then I will cut it out. But for the most part I'm going to try not to edit this. And then yeah, but yeah, hi guys, welcome to this video. Really sorry it's overdue, but it's here. This video is going to be my annual yearly reflection plus New Year's resolutions. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I just realized I'm using like a bunch of books to like balance my tablet, but my diary, which has my resolutions in it, is underneath it, which is really stupid of me. Oh, that's really annoying of me. Let me see if I can. I've got another book here that I was using to balance. But no, I need both of these. No, okay, I have my old diary, which has my 2021 resolutions, and then my new diary, which has my 2022 resolutions, and I need them both, so I'm gonna have to just rearrange this completely. So sorry about that. But yeah, so basically I'll just talk while I'm trying to fix this. But basically this video is going to be me talking about how I found 2021 and like highlights of the stuff like that, and then I'm going to quickly go through my... Is that okay? I don't know if that's okay. I think it's a bit too high now. It's going to annoy me if it's not like perfectly in the center. Yeah, I'm going to talk about my resolutions for last year, what I achieved. Spoiler alert, I didn't achieve like, well, I mean, I didn't, like, I half achieved some of them, but I think because of the pandemic, I'm gonna blame it on the pandemic, but I swear I said the same thing in my 2021 video, but because of the pandemic, I didn't get to achieve a lot of them, but it's not my fault, it's the pandemic, so it's fine. This doesn't look as good as it did before. It's really gonna annoy me. But yeah, so I'm going to talk about those, and then I'm also going to be sharing my 2022 resolutions that I think should take up most of the video. But yeah, just thought I'd share that, and then obviously this time next year we can see if I achieve them. I did my resolutions different to how I normally do them as well, so that's cool, but obviously I'll get to that when I am showing you them. So, oh, you know, I should have written notes about like how I found 2021, because I was like, sometimes I do this thing when I'm like due to film video, while like I'll pretend I'm filming it, so I'll like rehearse everything I'm gonna say. I don't know if anyone else who does YouTube videos does this, but yeah, so every time I like practice filming this video in my head, I've said different things, so I like miss things out, so I should have like written it down what I want to say, because I feel like I'm gonna miss things out when I'm talking about like the highlights of 2021, which is gonna be kind of annoying when I'm like looking back at this. I guess I could edit it in or like write it in, but I don't know. But yeah, okay, so we're just gonna get started. So the first section of this video, oh, this is gonna be really shaky, I'm sorry guys, I'm so sorry. Okay, so the first section of this video is how I found 2021. So I really apologize if I ramble. This is why I didn't do the live stream as well, because I ramble so badly. I'm gonna really try. I want to keep this video like no more than an hour and a half. Even that's a bit long. If I can keep it an hour, that'd be really good, but we'll see how much I talk. We're already 4 minutes in. Maybe I can do this in an hour. Okay. So 2021 for me, it wasn't a bad year, but it wasn't a good year. I feel like I don't know, I feel like I didn't really grow or change or like achieve anything this year. Like, I feel like even like last year, 2020, I feel like even though it was such a crap year, I feel like I still achieved things. Like, I graduated from uni, I reached 1,000 subscribers. Also the fact that like 2020 was the first year of the pandemic, so it was more like the fact that we got through that year. I was like, yeah, like we got through the pandemic, whereas now like at the end of 2021 I was like, okay, not that big of an achievement that I got through the pandemic, because it's not like this new crazy thing anymore. It's just like life now, so it didn't feel like a massive thing to have got through another year of it, if that makes sense. But yeah, no, I feel like I didn't really like experience much. I didn't really like achieve anything. I mean, I did achieve things, like I got a job and like small things, but I feel like, I don't know, I didn't feel like I grew or like learned anything. I feel like I'm the sort of person where like I grow and learn through experience, but because I didn't really experience many new things, I didn't grow as a result of not experiencing anything new. So yeah. Ugh, I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna be talking a lot. My mouth is already getting really dry. Oh my god. Okay. By the way, because obviously this is a long video, so make sure you have your snacks and drinks if needed. Go pause the video and then go get your snacks and whatever, and then come back. But yeah, so I'm gonna just go through the year chronologically. I think that's probably the best way to go through the highlights, lowlights, midlights, no lights, strobe lights, fairy lights, flashlights. Chat again. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk through like each month, I guess, and talk about things that I liked in the month and things I didn't, what happened, anything significant in my life and stuff like that. Also, feel free to comment how you found the year in the comments, like anything significant happened to you in a certain point of the year. I'd love to know. But yeah, so January, I'm gonna put January and February together because I feel like they had like the same energy. It's very much giving seasonal depression, very much giving dissociation. I was back in lockdown, not just me, like the whole country was in lockdown, so I think that literally I just kind of like mentally I was not here. Physically I was here, mentally I was elsewhere. I'm not sure where I was, but it wasn't a good time for me. It was just, I mean, I don't think that's special to me. Being in lockdown in the winter is just not a vibe. So I honestly couldn't tell you what happened. I feel like every day was the same. Wake up, exist, go to bed. So it wasn't really anything like worth like pointing out, I think. So I don't know, I just wasn't mentally, I wasn't really okay. I mean, I feel like I was a bit better because I started taking vitamin D3 for the first time, which really helped my mental health. So compared to like November 2020, December 2020, when I was really struggling mentally, I think that helped having that in January and February. But I still feel like, I don't know, it wasn't really a good time for me. And then March was, it wasn't a good month, but it was a very like transformative month because I feel like for the first time I felt like alive for the first time in like months and months and months. Obviously, like with spring starting, winter ending, and then like the clocks went back. I think the excitement of the clocks going back, no, forward in the end of the month, even though it happened at the end of the month, so most of March was still dark and stuff, but that was really nice. Like the anticipation of that. The restrictions started to get lifted from March as well, so I honestly feel like I truly like began to like resurrect from the dead. Like I feel like I was like mentally like hibernating, and for the first time I'm not in the center. It's actually gonna piss me off. Oh my god. Right. Okay. Yeah, I feel like for the first time I like was just like mentally like resurrecting, and it was a really nice feeling. Also, March was the start of me becoming a directioner. You probably have seen the videos on my channel, but yeah, I decided to listen to the discography, but I started listening to their first album, and then since then I've been listening to each album. I've got a whole series on it if you don't know and want to see my journey on that, but that was random, but it was really fun. Like I feel like it was just a fun little thing for me to do. At that point I think I was just like not okay mentally. I needed something to like get me out of like the misery of the past few months, and doing that was a good decision for me. And I feel like I said this in a previous video, I don't know which one, but I feel like listening to One Direction for the first time this year has honestly made 2021 so much fun. So that was really nice. Bit random, but yeah. But yeah, no, by the end of March I felt like I was just a lot happier. It was warmer, and I just felt like, okay, I can breathe again. Like I don't have to just like, you know, I don't know. But yeah, so then April was pretty good. I turned 23, which was kind of scary because, like, I feel like 23 could be classed as your mid-20s. I'm still classing 23 as early 20s. Or maybe it's, like, early mid-20s. But it's not, like, you're not, like, freshly 20-something anymore. It's, like, I've been in my 20s for a while now. So that was kind of scary. But I had a really nice birthday. Not my actual birthday. My actual birthday was kind of annoying because I share my birthday with my sister. And she's, like, younger, so, like, she had all the attention, and it was a bit annoying. So I didn't really get to celebrate it on the day. But then the day after, I went to my friend's house, and we kind of had a joint birthday. So it was 4 of us, and because all 4, well, one of them has her birthday a week before mine or something like that, or, like, 10 days before mine. So she was, like, celebrating her birthday as well. But then the other 2 had their birthdays in March and February, I believe it is, which was during lockdown, so they never got to celebrate it. So we decided to have, like, a full, like, joint birthday thing, which was quite nice. And that was such a lovely day, honestly. Such a good day. I'm trying to think what else happened in April. I just remember I was, like, fully, like, in cottagecore mode. Like, I feel like this year, well, I keep saying this year, last year. If I say this year, I most likely mean 2021. But 2021, I think, was the first time, like, ever that I properly got to experience and enjoy spring, like the season of spring. I think before then, like, obviously being a student and stuff and going to school, I would associate spring with exams and stress. Whereas in 2020, I think the fact that I didn't even get to see spring, like, come to life and stuff, because obviously lockdown and stuff. So I think this year I really, like, appreciated spring and seeing all the flowers and all the leaves coming back on the trees and everything coming back to life and it getting warmer. Like, I really was so present in that experience, which was really nice. And I think because the whole cottagecore thing as well, the whole cottagecore trend, which I'm still a fan of, that was really nice to, like, properly, like, get into that and, like, just, like, yeah, I was in my cottagecore girl era, live my best life. It was so much fun. So yeah, April was a good month, I think. I'm trying to think if anything else happened. I don't think so. I think it was a decent month. May, I don't know. I don't really remember anything particularly exciting happening in May. I remember it raining a lot for no reason at all, which was kind of annoying because I feel like it made me, like, not want to enjoy spring anymore because, like, okay, it's raining, can it just be summer now? Whereas I think if the weather was nice in May, I would have enjoyed spring, like, for a bit more, but it's fine. I've got the pen on my hand and put that down. I'm just fiddling with that. Yeah, I don't really remember anything of significance happening in May. Oh, actually, no, it's a lie. May was a really good month for me in terms of YouTube. Like, I did my I Don't Dream of Labour video, which did really well. And then just, like, I think I was just really proud of the videos I made in that time. Like, I did, like, this, like, boring vlog, which is kind of, like, taking the piss out of the whole, few fun days in my life. You know, those kind of vlogs that people do. But I really enjoyed making that. So yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I don't remember anything else about May. June, what happened in June? June was obviously the start of summer. Summer's my favourite season, so, like, the start of summer is always going to be a good time for me. Getting the vaccine was really exciting because obviously, like, well, not obviously, but in the beginning of June, I didn't even know, like, if I would have my vaccine, even, like, the first one, by the end of summer. And then suddenly they were just like, oh yeah, by the way, everyone can go get their vaccine now, which was amazing. Because we literally had no idea when, like, my age group was going to get it. So finding out we could have it was amazing. I got my first one and it was great. What else happened in June? Oh, I filmed probably my favourite video that I've ever filmed on my channel, which is my main character vlog. Not only because of the day itself was amazing. I filmed it in 2 days. The section where I pierced my ear, that was filmed on a Friday, and then the rest of it was filmed on a Saturday. But I kind of pretended that was all one day, which it wasn't. So I lied a bit. Sorry about that. yeah, that actual day was amazing. Like, it was a beautiful hot sunny day, and it was nice like being a tourist in my own city, like just going around all these tourist places, Trafalgar Square, which I hadn't been to in years, and Leicester Square, which I love. Where else did I go? I went to Greenwich. I love Greenwich, such a nice area. I went on an Uber boat on the River Thames, which was so sick. And then I went on this air cable thing in the sky. It was just amazing. Honestly, if you haven't seen that video that I filmed, go watch it. That's honestly one of my favorite videos that I've ever filmed, ever. Also, the way I edited it, like I edited it like it was a movie, like obviously because it's the main character. So I thought may as well just like go full movie on this thing, and I like made it like a movie. Like, I made the aspect ratio like the thin one that you get when you're watching movies and stuff like that. And I love the songs that I used in that video. Oh, it's just the best. Even though it got copyrighted, but I don't care. Just the best video. I love that video so much. It makes me so happy whenever I go back and watch that video. It's just, oh, amazing. And I just love the way I filmed it. And it's just, oh, great video. But yeah, June was fun. I'm trying to think what else I did. I think I just met a friend. I think, like, pretty much summer was just me doing things, like, around London. Like, I think with 2020, because obviously things with the pandemic were so new and fresh, so I think for a lot of the first like half or over half, to be honest, like of summer, I was still like grasping onto the hope that maybe I could travel, because like traveling is my favorite thing like ever. I love traveling, so I was like grasping onto the hope that maybe I could travel in 2020. And by the time I kind of like accepted that I wasn't going to be traveling in 2020, it was like the end of July. So it was like I wasted so much time like not what thinking that I was going to travel, and I didn't, and I was disappointing. Whereas this year or last year, I accepted that I wasn't going to be doing that, and I used that to my advantage to instead like try and think of fun things I could do in the city in London, because I'm so lucky to live in like one of the best cities in the world, even if I do say so myself. So I thought I may as well use that to my advantage and like travel within my city. So I think I did lots of cool things. In July I went to this like London beach, like this reservoir or lake. I'm not really sure what the technical word for the body of water there, but there is a body of water, and then there's like sand, and it's like a beach, and it's so sick. Again, every video that I reference in this video I will link below. But yeah, I vlogged that whole day. That was such a nice day. I've been there once before, back in 2018. But it was nice to go back again. It was really nice visit, and it was really hot as well. Just such a good day. What else did I do? I went to this place like in South London, like South London, because I live in South London, but it's like a bit like near Croydon. If you're not from London, you won't know where that is, but it's just quite deep in like South London, basically, like quite down, quite south of South London. But yeah, I went to this like, I don't know what you'd call it, if it wouldn't be a park, it's just like this area of green, like several areas of green. Like each area of green has its own name, so I think it's loads of different areas of green connected. But that was really nice because, like, you know, my cottagecore girl phase, cottagecore girl era, going there, middle of nowhere. Because this year, you probably see it, I always vlog myself watching their videos. I don't know why, mine like monthly vlogs, but two creators I discovered end of 2020 / beginning of 2021 is Hannah Lee Duggan and Isabel Page. They're like quite similar content creators. They live like in the middle of nowhere in nature, and they've been like a big part of my year as well, like watching their videos. They're like my comfort channels. And like I felt like when I was like filming that video, I felt like I was like them, like running around in nature, like I'm so cool, like whatever. But yeah, that was a fun day as well. That was a really nice day. Did that in August, I think. What else did I do? In August, I got my second vaccine as well, which was really nice because I then got to do the things that I hadn't been able to do since before the pandemic. Because things opened up in July, like the restrictions were completely removed. But I didn't feel comfortable going to do stuff until I was fully vaccinated, personally. No judgment if you didn't. I mean, as long as you get tested, I guess, it's fine. But I wanted to wait until I was fully vaccinated, so I knew I was, like, as safe as possible. And, yeah, so I got my second vaccine. And then I had my first party. And then I had my first club night. And it was so sick. It was such a... I think the club night was, like, the end of summer, like the end of August. So that was a really nice way to end summer. But that was really cool. Also, one other thing I did last summer, I met YouTube friends for the first time. I met Francesca, I met Caitlin, and I met Sophie. Well, Caitlin lives in Paris, but she's from London. But yeah, the other two are based in London. So that was really nice to meet YouTube friends. That was really cool. Love them all. They're all such amazing people and content creators. So that was so cool to meet them. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else I did. Just like hanging out with my friends and stuff like that. I think because last year, no, I keep saying last year, I mean 2020. So 2020 obviously had a very massive lack of like socialness. So it was really nice to experience being social and like hanging out with my friends again and stuff like that, and seeing my friends and just doing stuff. Oh my god, another really nice day I had. I went to Hampstead Heath with one of my friends, and that was like the hottest day of the year, I think. That was such a fun day. My friend got she took disposables and she got them back, and it's a picture of me and I look very nice. But yeah, that was such a fun day. I love that day. One of the best days I had of 2021. I'm trying to think anything else happened in summer. I don't think so. Oh, of course, my job. So at the end of August, I found out I finally had a job. Been looking since I graduated in 2020, and I didn't have any luck, and I finally had one, which was really nice because I was feeling really shit about not having a job, and obviously like really worrying about money and stuff. So having a job was really nice. Like finding out I got a job. And then in September I started the job, and I'm still doing the job, and I love the job, and yeah, it's been going really well. My contract's meant to end in March, but like I've been like unofficially told that I could perhaps extend my contract, which is what I want to do because I really love my job. I don't see myself doing any other job that I would like as much or more so than the job I have now. So I really would like to stay. So hopefully I can stay. But yeah, started my job in September. What else did I do in September? I went to a concert, first concert since before the pandemic. Saw Baby Doobie. That was really fun. Felt really sad because it was the end of summer, but like, you know, it happens every year. So what can you do? I feel like every year I forget that like summer's gonna end. Like I pretend like I'm shocked that summer's ending. It's like obviously that's how time works. I don't know what's wrong with me, but yeah. Trying to think what else I did in September. I don't really know. I feel like don't think I did anything like beyond working and stuff. October, I went to Leeds. I went back to Leeds. If you haven't been subscribed to me for longer than when I graduated, I went to uni at Leeds. I went to the University of Leeds, and I went back there for the first time since graduating, since moving out, and that was amazing. It was so much fun. I got to reunite with my uni friends, some of which I hadn't seen in a year, some of which I hadn't seen in over a year, like way over a year, like it's nearly 2 years for some of them. It was so much fun, and yeah, it was this really nice weekend, really nostalgic. Like going back there felt like nothing had changed, yet everything had changed, kind of thing. It was really weird, but yeah, that was a really nice weekend. So yeah, I don't know, that was a good time. What was I doing in October? I don't know. I don't really remember much. My memory's really bad, and that's what I've realised. Like when I'm like editing back my like monthly vlogs, I'm like remembering things I've done in a month I just didn't remember. I just don't remember stuff. I don't know. My memory's really bad. I'm really glad I do vlog like every day of my life because I wouldn't remember anything. But yeah, I don't know. It was autumn. I literally don't remember anything in October. I don't remember. November. Surprisingly, November was actually a really good month. So normally I hate November. Normally that's when my seasonal depression starts, and then also just like the clocks are going back and like it's dark, and like with like October and like December and like January, there's like things to look forward to. Like October's like Halloween, spooky season, whatever, and then December's Christmas, even though I don't really like Christmas, but I mean it's something to look forward to, I guess. And then like January is like New Year, New Me, whatever. But like there's nothing to look forward to in November. There's nothing like, there's no like significant holidays. I guess there's like, if you're American, there's Thanksgiving, and then there's like bonfire night, but that's like really not that big of a deal when you compare it to like Halloween and Christmas and New Year's. So yeah, normally I don't like November at all. And then, like I said, the clocks go back as well. But I did a lot of fun things in November. I obviously decorating my room was a big part of the month, so that was really nice. I love the room. If you haven't seen my room transformation, go watch it. I'm really proud of that video. Probably my second favorite video I've done this year, after my main character vlog. Cause I'm just really proud of that video. But yeah, go watch that. But yeah, doing my room, and then I went to 2 concerts. I saw Rina Sawayama and I also saw Eloise. And then I went clubbing with my friends. And the day I went to see Rina Sawayama, I made 2 friends at the concert, and I ended up at like a gay bar with them. It was really random. But that was really fun. Obviously I was quite drunk, so that's why I did that. I wouldn't have done that regularly. But it was really fun. That was so funny. Yeah, what else did I do in November? I don't know. But it was a really fun month, I think. I just really enjoyed myself. So that was nice. December, yeah, I didn't like December. It wasn't the best month for me. I was just really stressed. Like, work was really hectic. Obviously, Christmas and stuff. And then plus, my personal life, just different things. I made it stressful. Plus, obviously, preparing for Christmas and stuff. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Christmas. I'm sorry. Like, I think for a long time I tried to convince myself I did. Like, I think Christmas in theory is, like, nice. Like, you know, oh, like, it's festive and, like, the lights and the whatever. I just feel like there's so much pressure on Christmas for it to be this one perfect thing. It has to be this one perfect day of the year. It's just, like, one day of the year. And, like, because I'm, like, kind of an anti-capitalist gal, anti-consumerist, so like the whole consumerist like culture put on Christmas, it just doesn't, it's just, I don't know, I'm not into it. So yeah, don't like Christmas. I do like the really weird, so my least favorite season of the year is winter. However, my favorite week of the year is the last week of the year between Christmas and New Year's. I just love that week because it feels like every day is like a Sunday, or like every day is just like you just don't know what is when and who you are, and like just like feels like time isn't real. I love it. Like I dissociate with it, which isn't the most healthy thing to do, but I mean I do. So I just love it though. I love that week of the year. So that was nice. What did I do I watched Spider-Man. Oh my god, guys, I've been like in my Spider-Man era right now. Literally, when I was like 14 and the Amazing Spider-Man films came out, I was obsessed with Andrew Garfield. I proper fancied him, and now I fancy him again. Being a white man tour once again. Honestly, he's fit though. Like it's him as like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I'm sorry, he's so fit. And like Andrew Garfield as a person, he's just such a sweet man. He's such a sweet, wholesome man. Do you know what I mean? It's just like you just can't not love him. But yeah, I want to rewatch all of the old ones, like the Tobey Maguire films, and then also the Amazing Spider-Man ones at some point soon. And then I watched the Tom Holland ones for the first time. I love Tom Holland as well. I don't fancy him. There's too many white men to fancy at once. I'm not that bad. But he's so cute though. Him and Zendaya, I'm actually obsessed. Because I love them both like individually. So that like together, it's just I can't breathe. Every time I think about them, I just literally like I can't breathe. Anyway, but yeah. So yeah, I watched Spider-Man. Oh wait, did I spoil it? I didn't spoil. I think everyone knows at this point. But obviously, when certain characters in No Way Home come back, it's very nice and nostalgic seeing them. I'm not going to say any more than that because I didn't even think that people haven't. I think everyone knows so at this point, but I'm not going to say just in case. But yeah, that was fun. And then I ended the year with a nice, fun New Year's Eve. It was quite small. I just went to my friend's house, then her friend came, and then my friend's mum was there. So it was quite small, but it was really nice. We had card games and had wine and got quite drunk. And then, like, I didn't make them, like, they also like One Direction, so we were listening to One Direction and other songs and stuff. It was just a fun time. It was a really nice night. Nice way to end the year. So, yeah, I think that's what I've got to say. Have I missed anything out? I don't think so. If I have, then I could write it in the description, or I don't know. I don't think he'd even care, but I can't think of anything else I achieved or anything else that happened in 2021. I think I've said all the main things. So, and also, if you want to visually see every single thing I did of each month in 2021, then watch my monthly vlogs. I have a playlist which I'll link again by the blue and also there. But yeah, so now on to the next section, which I'm gonna go through very quickly because like I've already gone through everything I did in this year, so like I don't want to like keep like ruminating on 2021. I'm kind of like just want to get this over and done with so I can like move on. But I want to quickly go through my 2021 resolutions just to see if I achieved them. Like I said in the beginning, I don't think I achieved much of them, or like I half achieved them. So it's not gonna be that good, but you know. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna quickly read through them and say if I achieved them or not. So number 1 was to start/maintain daily morning healthy habits. I don't know why I said just morning, but anyway, brackets, brain training, French, journaling, meditation, yoga. So yeah, I've been consistently, I have this app where, well, Duolingo, and then I also have this other app where it's like a brain training like app thing. You do like games every day, like 3 games a day, and for both of those, both the brain training app and in the Duolingo, I've passed my 1,000 streak. So that was, I guess, something I achieved this year. Like I've been learning French for over 3 years, and then been doing that brain training app for over 3 years as well, consistently, so that's really good. I'm so paranoid though now that like I'm going to like lose my streak, because like I feel like every time like I'm like due to like hit a milestone, I think, oh my god, like I get so anxious and I think, okay, let me just get that milestone and then like it'll be fine. But then once I hit the milestone, I'm like, oh my god, now I've got that milestone, like I can't like lose my streak now. So I was like, I get really stressed, especially with the French. I get so stressed, but you know. Journaling on and off. I feel like there was some parts of the year where I was journaling every day, and then like towards the end of the year, I feel like I haven't really been journaling that much. But I don't know, something that I feel like I don't want to force it, but at the same time I know that I feel better when I do journal consistently. So I don't know. Meditation, no. Yoga, no. I haven't done that. But I wanna maybe. I'm not gonna force myself, but I would like to do that, especially yoga. I think meditation is one of the things where I feel like it's like, I don't know, it's a good practice, but I feel like I don't need it. I feel like journaling is more helpful to me than meditation, but I feel like yoga is something that I feel like I should take up. So I don't know. Read 6 books, 1 every 2 months. I'm so upset because I just missed my target. I read 5 books this month. Well, I started the year halfway through 1 book, and then I ended the year halfway through 1 book, and then I read four books in total. So I guess if you take the half and the half, that's 5 books. If you don't count the halves, then it's 4 books. But then if you count the fact that I was reading a book at the end of the year, and I was reading a book in the beginning, then it could be 6 books, but I'm not gonna count it personally. Which, you know, but I think at the same time though, I'm proud of myself because I think like previous like 2020, I read like 1 book or 2 books. So I think like 5 books is, for me, is pretty good. I like reading. When I was younger, I used to read loads, and since like school, I just stopped reading. And I miss reading because I love reading. And what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about that. I don't know. I had a point to make, but I forgot. But yeah, no, I feel like I want to get back into reading, and I think considering the fact that that's what I was gonna say. I just I don't make time for reading, and I want to really make an effort to make time for reading, even if it's like 10-20 minutes a day, like before bed. It would be really helpful because I like reading a lot, and so that I missed that, but it's fine. Number 3, travel. No, we didn't travel. The only traveling I did was to go to Leeds. Like I guess I travelled around London, but I don't count that because I live here. But I wish I'd changed this this News resolution to accommodate like exploring London. Because if I'd added that in, then I would have achieved that. Because I did explore more of London than I have like for a long time. But yeah, I didn't travel. I said interrailing. UK trip. So I did one UK trip to Leeds, and then a little beach holiday. I mean, I guess I did a beach holiday. I went to that beach, that London beach. So maybe, you know what, I'm gonna take that. I did travel, and I did travel around London. So even though, I don't know, that's not what I meant at the time, but you know what, I think given the circumstances, I'm gonna just take that one. So number 4, I can't really say it in full because it's kind of like a secret project thing, which I didn't achieve. I didn't even look at this project once. Maybe I looked at it a couple of times, but I didn't achieve this at all, which is really disappointing. But I think this project, obviously I can't really talk about it in detail, but like I feel like it's something that I'm not ready to embark on because I feel like I'm not in the mental space to do it. I feel like I have so many other things I want to focus on that I want to wait a bit to like put my energy into this project. So yeah, so I'm not gonna be too upset with myself, but I will do this project one day hopefully in the nearest future. But for now I feel like I'm not like in the space to like do it. So number 5, continue to grow on YouTube and oh my god, I can't even read. Continue to grow my YouTube audience and get monetized. I did grow, but my growth was really slow this year. Compared to my 2020 growth, my 2021 growth was really slow. I think I only got 400 new subscribers. I think a lot of that only came from my video, my I Did Dream of Labor video, where I jumped to 300 subscribers. So growth has been so slow, which is not good. I really want to, I mean, I talk about that in my 2022 resolutions, but I really want to improve my growth. And actually, I want to really focus on growing my channel this year because I feel like last year was not a good year in terms of growth. My content, I like my content. I like the videos I made. But I feel like, I'll talk about them more as I talk about my resolutions. But yeah, I didn't grow a lot this year. And I didn't get monetized. So, you know, it's what it is. Number 6, make more time for myself with more frequent self-care. I say this, I literally have this resolution every single year because I'm so bad at looking after myself. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like maybe I just need to accept that I'm not that kind of person that regularly, you know, looks after. I mean, I feel like as long as I'm not looking raggedy, then it's you know, but I feel like I do need to do more self-care, even if it's not beauty related. Self-care doesn't have to be physical, but I don't know, I feel like I need to have more time for myself. But also my lifestyle as it is right now, I just don't really have time for myself, so it's it's hard to aim for that. But I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Number 7, look after my mental health using mindfulness and gratitude practices, less fixating on the past, and seeking professional help. So yeah, I mean, also I should have written taking my vitamin D3, which has honestly, especially in the winter months when I was taking it, because I kind of stopped taking it towards spring, summer, because I didn't need it as much, because I feel obviously seasonal depression happens in the winter. But yeah, that was a really big lifesaver, both in the beginning of the year and the end of last year as well. I feel I don't know, I think towards the end of 2020 I was really struggling with feeling a lot of regret about the past and stuff. So I really wanted to try and make an effort to stop thinking about the past. I think I achieved that. I mean, obviously I'm human, I probably had moments of oh my god, the past, I regret this, but I feel I've been quite forward thinking, which I think is good. Even though people say don't think about the future, don't think about the past, just focus on the present. But I feel when you're in the middle of a pandemic and every day feels the same, it's kind of hard to enjoy the present. So I think at some points it's okay to focus on the future. So I did that, and I think that helped. But then I think I don't know, I think there was some point, but the points where I'm happy, I do tend to be more present, which I think is definitely helpful because I appreciate the moment more. Like I was saying earlier with spring, I was really present in that whole time, appreciating the nature and stuff. And then obviously in summer, when I'm having fun in summer and stuff, being present then as well. So that was nice. Also towards the end of the year, I started online therapy, which has been good. It's been going okay. feel like, I don't know, I feel like I do need long-term therapy, but I think it's okay to have like something, especially during this time of the year where I normally struggle because of seasonal depression. But yeah, I think I've achieved that. My mental health has been pretty good. I mean, obviously the start of the year wasn't good, but then as I've gone through the year, my mental health has improved. So I think that's when I have achieved. Number 8, become financially stable by getting a job, selling unwanted possessions, and partaking in side hustles, e.g. YouTube. So obviously I didn't get monetized on YouTube, so I didn't achieve that, but I did get a job, like I said. I didn't sell. Oh my god, I'm so annoying. I have literally like a whole suitcase full of clothes. I made a video in 2020 where I'm like decluttering my clothes, and like from that video, all those clothes are still there that need to be like put up on like eBay or Vinted or whatever, and I still haven't done it. And I have to do it. I'm gonna do it this January. I'm gonna put my clothes up this how, because that would, not only is it taking up space and it looks really ugly, but money as well. So I need to do that. But yeah, I feel like, I think like even despite that, I think the job alone has made me feel so much more like financially stable. So yeah, I'm really glad I got a job, and a job I like as well. So yeah. Number 10, get fit by adapting a healthier diet with whole foods and less fats / sugars, and partaking in healthy activity I actually enjoy, e.g. dancing, walking, runs, home workouts. Nope. You know what? I actually had a bit of a bad spell in terms of like my how do I say this? I don't want it to sound like I had like an eating disorder, because I didn't, but I did adopt mildly disordered eating. It was the end of Veganuary. That's why I'm not doing Veganuary this year, because it wasn't the Veganuary itself. Veganuary was fine. It was after that where I kind of had issues with like restriction, and then as a consequence like overeating, and it was a bit of a messy cycle. It wasn't like it wasn't extreme or anything. That's why I wouldn't say it was an eating disorder, but it was definitely disordered eating, which isn't good. I stopped that like as the year went on, but yeah, that wasn't good. So I think with food, I need to be careful with my relationship with food and stuff, and my body and stuff. I think my relationship with my body is one of my resolutions. I'll talk about it in more detail, but I feel like I've been struggling with that a bit. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it wasn't very healthy in 2021 with food or with like exercise or anything. So I don't know. So basically I didn't achieve that one. And then, okay, so the last one. So every year since 2017, I think, so on top of my New Year's resolutions, I also have like one like overarching like resolution that's like the theme of the year. So I think one year it was like be brave, one year it was like be authentic. In 2021 it was be free. So I'll just read what I said. I said, free from my past insecurities, negative / toxic traits, fear of what people think of me, others' expectations of / for me, others' reliance on me, financial struggles, my physical space. You know what? I'm looking at this, and based on what I've written, because I would have said like I half achieved that or didn't really achieve that. But I think if we're talking about like, I don't know, because I think insecurities ish, toxic traits, free from my past. I feel like, yeah, I feel like I've definitely healed my relationship. Well, actually no, that's a lie. I feel a bit better about my past than I did this time last year. For other people think of me, I think so. I think I'm more authentic. I feel like that's something that just comes with age and comes with time, like feeling more comfortable in yourself and stuff like that. Financial struggles, yeah, obviously with the job. My physical space as well, obviously getting my new room and stuff. So you know what, I'm gonna leave it as half ticked. I've like half ticked some of these, but yeah, I think I've kind of achieved that one more than I think I did, but I still don't feel free enough, to be honest. I feel in some ways I do feel very trapped. Well, we'll talk about that in my New Year's resolutions for this year. But yeah, so overall I achieved, I'm not going to count it because some of them are like half achieved. There's only like 2 I didn't fully achieve. So the rest of them I half achieved, so I think that's pretty good. But yeah, that's my 2021 resolutions. So next we are going to look at my 2022 resolutions. So like I was saying earlier, normally I just do my resolutions how, like, I just read them out to you, just like write a sentence and stuff. This year I've done it a bit differently. So normally I write like 10 to 12 resolutions. This year I have 7. What I've done is they're more like categories, and then like within each category I put like mini goals kind of thing. So I'm explaining it really badly, so I'll just go through my resolutions for this year and I will talk about what I mean, so you understand what I've done. So I've got 7, like I said. So the first one is heal my relationship with my body. So like I said, obviously the struggles I had last year with food, and also generally just like, I just feel like I'm at the stage where I'm so bored of myself, like feeling insecure about how I look and stuff, and like it's just so exhausting, hating how I look. Like, I mean, when I say that, I mean like in terms of my body. I don't really mean my face. I think I'm pretty. I feel weird when I call myself pretty. I think I'm decent looking, I'd say. I would give myself like a 7-8. I think if I work hard on my physical face, then I'm like a solid 8. So I think that's pretty good. But my body, I just hate my body. But I'm at the point where I'm so tired of hating my body. It's so boring. So I feel like one of my life mottos is like, if you are unhappy with something in your life, either accept it or change it, but don't sit around complaining about it. So I feel like this year I really want to like reach a point where I either like accept it, even if it's like short term, until I'm ready to change it, or I change it. And I feel like I'm probably leaning towards the acceptance. Exception isn't, well, it is a word, but that's not what I meant. I'm leaning towards acceptance. I just feel like I'm at a point where it's just like, I'm just gonna accept how I look at this stage, because I feel like I'm not like in the mental space, or I don't have the time or the effort to put into changing my body. And also I need to be in a healthy like mindset if I want to change my body, so I'm not adopting unhealthy eating patterns or like exercising excessively, stuff like that. So I just feel I'm not in that place right now, so I think I'm gonna just like focus on accepting my body short term until I'm at a place where I think I can focus on changing my body. But yeah, so I've put as my little mini goals for that section, I've put wash and blow dry my hair every 3 to 6 weeks. I'm so bad at washing my hair, it's really gross. But I want to look after my hair. My hair looks kind of like messy, but like in a cute way. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's like, I like how it looks. At the moment, it's giving me like 80s vibes. But yeah, I want to do that because I'm really bad at looking after my hair. And I want to, well, I put blow dry, but I want to like straighten it less. Like, I think blow drying is okay, but when I straighten it as well, it's a bit, my hair's quite heat damaged, so I want to like straighten it less. But maybe like now and again I'll straighten it, but I just want to like only wash and blow dry it, but not like straighten it every time. Maintain an active daily practice, e.g. walking, dancing, yoga. When I say dancing, I mean literally even if I'm like dancing in my room to like Taylor Swift or something. But just like, I don't want to, I'm not going to say, oh, like, but in my like 2021 resolutions, like home workouts, I'm not going to do that. I might do that, but I'm probably not going to do that. But like, there's more of a chance that I'm going to do yoga. I like taking walks, and I like dancing in my room to Taylor Swift. So that's like a realistic like goal. Eat fruit and vegetable with every meal. I think this is the one thing. I think I'm not gonna bother saying like eat whole foods, eat healthy, but I feel like I am happy at this stage if I am eating somewhat unhealthy, but like I at least have some form of like fruit or vegetable in my diet. Because even if I'm having like fucking like, I don't know, I can't think of anything, but like if I have like, I don't know, cereal, but I have like a banana as well, then it's like, okay, I have like a fruit and vegetable with my meal. And I think it's like a small way I can change my diet that's healthier than like, eating like complete shit or like restricting or stuff like that. Speaking of restricting, my other point is don't restrict yourself with food to avoid overeating, because what happens with me is, but when I restrict, I just get hungry and then I overeat, so it's just like a really vicious cycle. That's what's happening to me this time last year, so I don't want that. So I put, I don't know if I should say, I'm gonna say it because it's so embarrassing. I put sexualize yourself more. So I feel like, obviously I'm trying to think, what do I mean by this? I mean, like, I just want to see myself as more like sexy. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it better, but I just feel like I'm very like modest, and like, by the way, when I say sexualize myself, I mean sexualize myself for myself. I don't mean sexualize myself for men. But I just want to, like, you know, I want to just feel like more like, because I feel like I feel like very babyish a lot of the time, because I'm not like, you know, I'm explaining this so badly, but I just want to feel more like womanly, more feminine. I want to like tap into my like feminine energy, I don't know, just, yeah, I don't know, I explain that, sounds so cringe, I explain that so badly, but yeah, I want to do that. And I guess kind of linking onto that, I said invest a little bit into my looks, and I've put like I lined little underneath, because as you'll see in my other resolutions, I'll talk about money is a big goal of mine for this year, and I don't want to spend all my money on things that aren't important. I have other things I want to focus my money on and focus my, yeah, so I don't want to spend all my money on looking pretty. That's not like, it's not a main priority, but I think I do want to I want to invest a tiny bit into my looks. Like, I want to like get my nails done maybe like a couple of times a year maybe, or like, I don't know, like maybe I might get my hair done, like get braids, I'm not sure, just like small things like that, but nothing big, but I think I could do that if I have the money for it. So yeah, so that's the first goal, so heal my relationship with my body. Number 2, learn and create. So this is just all the mini goals I have to do with learning and creating. So read 8 books a year, 1 for every 6 weeks. So yeah, obviously last year I didn't get my goal. I think the secret for me to reading is is reading a book that like I actually want to read. If, like, for example, I think the fastest book I read in 2021 was what's it called? Sally Rooney's book with the Irish couple when they go to Trinity and they're friends but they fall in love and it's really messy. What's the name of it? It's like a really famous book and everyone read it in 2020. Not Conversation with Friends, the other one. What's it called? I think we all know what book I'm talking about. I'll put it on the screen, but I've literally forgotten what it's called. But that book, I read that so fast. I was so invested in it. So I think the secret for me to reading fast is to just read books that I know I'm going to enjoy. I mean, it's hard to say because I can't predict if I'm going to enjoy a book or not. But if I read a book that I get truly invested in, then I read it. I will find the time to read it. This is shaking so much. I'm so sorry. But yeah. So yeah, I want to read 8 books this year, 1 every 6 weeks. I want to develop my filmmaking / cinematography skills. So it's obviously has to do with YouTube, but I want to like really like I don't know if I might even like take some courses or something to better my skills, because like everything like I do on my channel, I've not studied filmmaking before or cinematography at all or anything, but I want to know like because I know I do things that are like cinematography, but I wouldn't know, I couldn't tell you exactly like, oh, I've done this, because that means that like in a cinematography like filmmaking sense. So I want to like actually have the knowledge of filmmaking to be like, oh yeah, I've done this filming technique, I've edited this in this way because it means this, and like when you film something like this, it means that. I'm not making sense, but maybe I do, maybe I'm making sense, I don't know. But yeah, I want to actually learn my knowledge. I want to grow my knowledge of like filmmaking and cinematography basically. And then I want to just continue making content, especially on YouTube, just continue the YouTube thing, just making content that I'm proud of. I want to write using several different mediums, so fiction / creative writing, journaling, I'm also may potentially start blogging again. So back in the day when I first started uni, I had a blog, and then I think because I started like in 2020, I put my attention more onto YouTube, so I kind of stopped blogging. But I feel inspired to start blogging again, not only because of the kind of blog ideas I have, but also because when I was applying for jobs, like the kind of jobs I was applying to, like my job and stuff, like a lot of them were looking for people who like had experience with like writing and stuff, and like copywriting, blogging, stuff like that. So I feel like, I mean, obviously I didn't plan to leave my job, but I think if I could like have, because my old like blog posts were so cringe, so I couldn't really show people like my old blogs as evidence of my like blog skills. So I think it'd be good if I like start blogging again, not only for myself but also like for future, like to put on my CV to say, here's like a blog that I had and I run. So yeah, I think it'd be good to do that. But yeah, I wanna, if I do that, I will let you guys know. But I have this idea. I'll talk about it more when I get to my last resolution, because that's kind of linked. But I have this whole like concept I'm gonna do with my blog and what I want to write about. It's gonna be like a lifestyle / travel, but yeah, I'll talk about them more afterwards. But I might start blogging again, and then also advance in French with French. Yeah, so I've been learning French for, like I said, over 3 years, and even though obviously that's a long time and stuff, and obviously I'm like much more like competent in French than I was before I started. However, considering the fact that I've been learning French for over 3 years, I feel like I'm nowhere where I should be. I'm not that good at French, like speaking it and stuff. Like I could like hold a very, very basic conversation. I can read it pretty well. I can write pretty well. Listening and speaking is not good. I mean, no, speaking's okay. But I just feel like I'm not where I should be, considering the fact that I've been learning French for over 3 years. Do you know what I mean? So this year I want to really like get to a place where I could like hold a proper conversation in French and feel like I'm somewhat fluent. So obviously my only kind of source of learning French is Duolingo, but I want to perhaps maybe take some classes, like free. I wouldn't spend money on it, but like maybe use some different apps, like maybe start like reading in French and like watching more French films. I love French films, but normally I watch them with like English subtitles. Maybe I'll start watching them in French subtitles and just like immerse myself more in French culture and stuff like that. So yeah, that's something I really want to do. And then also continue learning more about social media / digital marketing and running a business. So yeah, one thing I really like enjoyed with my job is that I've learned so much more about that kind of area. That's because I think that's what I want to pursue as like a career, like that kind of thing, whether that's YouTube or it's like a social media marketing or digital marketing. But I want to kind of get into that field, and I've been learning so much about it, and it's so interesting to me. So I want to like increase my knowledge of that whole field. Also, running a business, that's something that I've been learning loads about since starting my job, because my job is like it's a small business, and I've been learning so much about that because I have been thinking of starting my own small business. It's something that I won't be doing. I've decided I'll talk about it more again when I get into my money resolution, but it's not something that I'm going to be doing this year for reasons that I'll get into, but it's something that I do want to do in the future. So yeah, I will be doing that, and I'll be learning about that, and hopefully building my knowledge of that, so when I come to finally start that, it will be a lot easier. But yeah, that was so long. Oh my god. Okay, so next goal is travel. Next resolution is travel, and then my goals for that is I want to take a birthday trip. I'm not sure. This honestly depends on the pandemic. Obviously, with Omicron. Is that how you say it? Omicron? That sounds wrong. No, because I've heard so many people say Amarian. But no, I think it's Omicron. But obviously with that's making me think, oh, I don't know. But if my birthday's in late April, so if things get better by then, I would love to take my first abroad trip since 2019. I can't believe, like, if you don't know, which you probably don't because most of you have only been subscribed to me since 2020, but traveling is my shit. I love traveling. This whole channel started on me, like, posting. Before I, like, posted consistently, I would post, like, my travel, like, trips. I love traveling so much. It's, like, my favourite thing. It's, like, literally, like, half my personality. Well, it's not really my personality anymore because I haven't travelled since 2019. But yeah, my first trip abroad hopefully will be my birthday trip. I want to go to Portugal. I want to go to Porto and, how do you say it? Averia? I feel like I'm saying that wrong, I'm so sorry. But it's like a nice little beachy area in Portugal I want to go to. But yeah, that depends on the pandemic. If the pandemic situation, because I'm not gonna do anything to risk my health or the health of, like, anyone around me, just so I can have a nice fun birthday trip. Even though I am, like, double vaccinated and stuff, but it should be fine, to be honest. I think it'll be fine. But yeah, if I don't go there though, I want to do a trip in the countryside, have a nice little cottagecore trip. I'll just get, like, I'll rent, like, an Airbnb. I'll stay in an Airbnb by myself in some countryside place. I was thinking though, oh, maybe it'd be cheaper than doing a trip to Portugal, but I don't think it would, to be honest, because I feel like getting a train to, like, anywhere in the UK is so expensive. I feel like I could get a plane ticket to Portugal for a similar price, and then also I get, like, a nice weather, and then, like, I'd be abroad and be so much more fun. Also, I don't want to get, like, hate for saying this, but, like, I feel like I'm kind of scared of, like, racism. It sounds so stupid me saying that. It sounds like I'm taking the piss, but because I'm from London, so I've not really experienced overt racism before, and I feel like in my London bubble, my city girl bubble, I've not really experienced what it's like to go to be somewhere that's, like, not a mixed area like London. And I'm kind of scared of, like, UK countryside. No, I hope no one's, like, probably if anyone watches this and they, like, live in the countryside, probably gonna get offended by me saying this, but there's obviously higher levels of racism in places that aren't, like, cities, so I'm kind of scared to do that. However, it would be fun, so I don't know. Honestly, I hope I get to do the Portugal thing, but we'll see what happens. I also put Brighton as well. I could go Brighton instead of the countryside thing, instead of Portugal. If the weather's nice, then it would be a nice beachy trip, so yeah, I really do love Brighton. Haven't been there since 2017, I think. Well, yeah. So yeah, that's one goal for travelling. And then the second goal for travelling is interrailing, which I have been banging on about this damn interrailing trip since literally, even before this channel, honestly, I've been wanting to go to interrailing since, like, I was 18. Even before then, actually, probably. But I swear, like, this pandemic will actually finish me, because I literally I'm so obsessed with it. I've literally planned out my full route, my full itinerary for every day. Like, that's how, like, much I'm prepared for this trip. But yeah, hopefully I can go. Literally, it purely depends on the pandemic. That's literally the main factor that will determine if I go or not. But if I do go, I'm gonna go to Paris, Luxembourg, Brussels, Amsterdam, Copenhagen and Berlin. It might not be that order, and also I don't know when I'm gonna be able to go. There's loads of different factors that I need to factor in, not just with the pandemic. There's other factors I need to factor in. Money isn't really an issue because I've got a job. I've been starting to save for that, so hopefully that shouldn't be an issue. But also, like, with work as well, because it depends when I go. That's the thing. I'm not sure if I should go in June, July, or if I should go August, September. I'm not gonna bother talking about this loads, but I'm just trying to decide when I'm gonna go, and because if I go in August, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I do want to go at some point this summer, so hopefully I can do that. It's just a matter, I just need to work out when I'm gonna go. That's, like, my main concern, but I do want to go. And then the last goal for travelling is start my gap year. So obviously, not obviously, but because I graduated in 2020, the pandemic year, I didn't get to properly start my gap year. My gap year was meant to be 2020 to 2021, so I meant to have finished my gap year last summer. Didn't have a gap year because it was pandemic. But I want to. I said I want to start in Australia. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have the whole gap year in there. I'm probably gonna travel around, but I want to get a working holiday visa and then move to Australia, specifically Melbourne. I think my plan is I'm probably gonna like do some sort of like, you know, those jobs that you can get where, like, travelers can like come and work. So like I'm either gonna do like a au pair job, or like there's that website called Workaway where you can like work. You can like work for someone, like live somewhere for free and like get food and stuff, and you just like do like work in the house. I'd probably stick to the au pair thing because I can get like food for free, accommodation for free, my own room and stuff. So I'll probably do that. But I also want to get, I don't know if I need a working holiday visa for that, but I'm going to get a working holiday visa just in case like everything else falls through and I need a backup plan. If I have the working holiday visa, I can just like look for a job in Australia. The gap year is going to be a big thing because it's going to mean obviously me moving out, which is obviously a big thing in terms of money, but also like leaving my environment, which I'm probably going to talk about this again later on, but that's going to be like a biggish thing for me. Leaving my home environment, it's going to be quite hard and scary because my home environment isn't the best, and me leaving might be an inconvenience. I need to do this because I need to, this gap year, me moving out to start this gap year and traveling should hopefully be the start of me leaving my environment. So this is why this trip is really important to me, that I do leave for my gap year. So yeah, I hope I can go this year. So it will be really important to me to be able to go, even though it's going to be really, I'm not sure how it's going to work in terms of like obviously the reliance that my household has on me. I worry about that a lot, but I need to just like, if I don't do it now, I'm literally going to turn around and I'm literally fiddling so bad. I'm literally going to turn around and I'm going to be 30 and I'm going to look back and think I wasted my whole 20s because I was too scared of disappointing people, or like letting people down, or like you weren't brave enough to like have people like, I don't want to say take advantage, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like I am kind of taking advantage of it a little bit. I feel like I do need to go and have this trip, and yeah. So yeah, the first step of that will be going to Australia. Yeah, and then from there, I'll see where I go next. I have other plans for my gap year, but I'm not gonna bother wasting time talking about that. So yeah. But yeah, for now, my focus is Australia. Get into there, get my working holiday visa, moving out, and yeah. Resolution number 4, protect your mental health. So my goals within that is to take my vitamin D3 every single day, including summer. Because like I said, last year, like when it got to summer, I stopped taking it. And it was fine. But like, I feel like I'd be better off if I took it, even if I don't necessarily need it. I don't think I'd be any worse off by taking it. So journaling / meditation / yoga, at least one of these once a day. So yeah, I can pick and choose, I guess, which one I'm in the mood for. Probably I want to stick to, I think journaling and yoga are the two I'm going to focus on more than anything else. But if I'm in the mood to meditate as well, then perfect. Continue online therapy, potentially invest in long-term therapy. This depends on obviously my gap year plans, and if there's any point in like investing in long-term therapy. If I'm going to be moving away, it might be disruptive to start that and then having to leave. So I don't know. Also money as well. Like I said, I have other priorities in terms of like financial like things I want to spend money on this year. So I feel like I have other resources that could help me with my mental health without me having to invest in therapy. But if I feel like I need it, or if I feel like I find a service I feel like is worth spending the money on, then I could potentially take it. So yeah. And then remove yourself from toxic remove yourself from toxic environment. So by that I mean my environment. I'm not very happy in my environment. It's getting to a point where it's like seriously affecting me, because I feel like there's this quote that's like, you can't heal in the same place that made you sick. And I feel like no matter how much I try to better myself, and like all the things I do and all the achievements I have, like I'm never going to be truly happy. I'm never going to truly thrive while I'm here. And I've accepted that, and it's sad, but like that's just how it is with the way things are right now. Unless someone else changes, that's not going to happen. So I have to make the change. I can't just sit around and hoping that people are going to change or that things are going to suddenly be different, because that's not going to happen. And I need to change it, otherwise I'm just going to end up severely unhappy. And I need to just do this for myself and just like remove myself from this environment. So I also read another quote that was like, or I don't know if I read it or I heard it, but someone was like how chocolate is obviously great. We all love chocolate, but we wouldn't put chocolate in a burger, like a cheeseburger or something. And it's just like to say how just because one thing's good doesn't mean it fits well with something else. So I'm just basically saying that like it's not necessarily that anyone is bad. It's just that certain traits they have don't mesh well with me as a person. Whether those traits are like directly like done to me or indirectly, or if it indirectly affects me. But yeah, so yeah, I want to remove myself from this environment, and hopefully I'll do that by doing my gap year. So yeah, okay, so number 5, fully harness financial stability / independence. So I just want to be completely financially stable, independent, to the point where like, kind of linking back to the previous goal, where like if it got to a point where like I just wasn't coping anymore and I just had enough, I could be like, that's it, I'm leaving. I want to get to the point where I'm like, I don't need anything from anyone. Yeah, it'd make me feel more like secure and safer, I think. So not safe, maybe that's the wrong word, more like just more secure, I think. So how am I going to do that? Number 1, get monetized on YouTube, preferably before my gap year. This is something that I'm really going to focus on this year. I feel like I am really bad at marketing my videos, or like presenting my videos in a way where it gets views. Like I said, I don't know if I said, I can't remember, maybe I said it before, but I've not been growing like barely at all this year or last year, and especially recently as well, my channel hasn't been doing great, and I want to change that. I want to focus on making content, as well as I'm not gonna like do random content just for the sake of views. I'm obviously gonna keep my content the way it is, but I'm gonna just adapt it a bit to make it more marketable, make it more algorithm friendly, should we say. So yeah, I'm gonna really start focusing on how I can make my videos do better and stuff. Yeah, I don't know, but no, whether it's through my titles or like the types of content I make, or I don't know, there's certain little things I want to start doing, and I want to really like just kind of study how YouTube works and like kind of, I don't know how to really explain it, but I want my videos to do better, because I feel like YouTube is something that I wouldn't want to have it as like a full-time job. I would like to have like other things as well as YouTube, but I think even if it's just literally like £50 a month, like, I feel like it'd make it worth it, because just for the fact as well that I put so much time and energy into it. Like, I probably put as much time and energy as I do my job, so I feel like I should be getting something back from it, especially because I've been doing this consistently for 3 years. I posted my first video over 4 years ago, and I've been doing this consistently for 3 years, so I feel like at this point I should like be in a position where I'm earning something from it. So that's the goal, hopefully. So yeah, make sure you watch this video and watch all my videos and subscribe and stuff like that, so that my videos increase their watch time and then I can get monetized. Keep my job at least until June, but preferably until the end of August. This honestly depends on my interrailing trip. I need to sit down and really think about it, plan this out. I also need to talk to my supervisors as well. If I was to go traveling in summer, like, how would that work? Would I be allowed to keep my job? Would that be an inconvenience? Because I want to go for 3 weeks, and 3 weeks is a long time, so I need to make sure they're going to be okay with it. And if they are, then I'd like to work until the end of August, so then it would be a year's worth of work. So yeah, sell my things / clothes on eBay / Vinted. That's self-explanatory. Like I said, my clothes up there need selling. Hopefully they'll get sold soon. Honestly, like, in the next couple of weeks I want to start listing them online to get sold. Okay, there's one tip here that I've written down, but I'm not going to say it because this is kind of crazy. It's kind of mad, and I want to make a video on it if I do end up doing it. So I'm not going to say what it is. I'm going to gatekeep it just until I make a video on it, if I do end up doing it, because I'm kind of selfish of me, but I don't want someone to steal my idea, so I'm gonna like wait to see if I do it, and then I'll make a video on it, and then I'll tell you the whole experience. But this thing, it pays quite well, like over £1,000, so it's nothing dodgy or anything. It's not like fucking OnlyFans or something, but it's something that could potentially like really help with my financial worries if I get, depending on how much they give me, because it differs, but that could really be helpful. So yeah, yeah, and then stick to my £250 monthly budget, and then side hustle / small business, and then in brackets I put prep, because like I said, I have a small business idea, but I don't think, because of the fact that I'm planning on hopefully traveling by the end of this year, and the business idea that I have in mind would entail me being in a stable like environment, so I don't think I'd be able to do the start the business, but I can prep for it between now and the end of my gap year, assuming I go on it. So that would be really helpful for future me. And then other side hustles, I just put that there. If something like comes along and I think, oh, I could make money from that, then I'll obviously explore it and take it up. So that'll be good. Yeah. So that's that. And then no, finished. Got 2 more left. So number 6, start / maintain healthy relationships. So number 1, make beautiful new memories with my old friends. So I think, like I said, did I say it? Did I say this? I don't know if I said this, but I think like the past 2 years, like during the pandemic, it's really made me appreciate my friends and friendship and socializing. Something like when I didn't have it, I really suffered. Cause I'm quite introverted, but I also really value the friendships I have, and I really want to focus on just like making new memories with my friends, because I think some of my favorite memories from 2021 was the ones I made while being with my friends. So I want to just continue making new memories, especially as well because if I do go traveling, I want to make sure I have, I spend as much quality time with them as possible. So yeah, that's something I really want to do. I put start dating. So fun fact, if you didn't know, I'm 23 and I've never had a boyfriend. I've never gone on a date. My like romantic life is like doesn't exist. Like the only interactions I've had with like guys is like when I'm drunk in a club, so you can imagine how that goes down. But that's not really like, that's not what I'm looking for. I want experience, like, well, no, if if it feels right. I don't want to force anything. I don't want it to be a focus, but I want to like be more open to dating and like interacting with guys in a romantic sense. But at the same time, I'm not gonna force it because guys aren't that important. So if it happens, it happens. But I do want to be more open though with dating and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. If I think I said this before, but if I do go on a date, I want to make a video on it, and I want to also talk about like my very pathetic dating history, my non-existent dating history. I think that could be a fun little video. But yeah. And then I've put start healthy new friendships that align with what I need. In brackets I put travel, YouTube, etc. So like I feel like I love my friends, I absolutely love them, but I feel like there's certain areas of my life where I feel like I could do with having a friend for certain, you know how you have certain friends for certain things. I feel like there's certain like areas of my life where I need a friend to do it with or to talk about it with, and I don't have any. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to explain. I mean, I have YouTube friends. I have quite a few YouTube friends. A lot of them around the world, but I do have London ones. Obviously, I said I met loads, not loads, but I met some this year. But I don't know, things like, okay, like traveling. I mean that as in like once I start my gap year, really. So I guess when I move to Australia, if I can make some friends abroad, that'd be great. But yeah, I don't know. I've also highlighted the word healthy because I have previously made resolutions to make new friends / more friends, and because I was so desperate to have new friends, I ended up making unhealthy relationships and unhealthy friendships that were like just like toxic. So I want to only invite new friendships into my life if they're actually healthy. I don't want to like make a new friend just for the sake of it. So yeah, I'd rather just like be the same as I am now than having people in my life who just aren't healthy for me. So and I've also put remove toxic people in your life. I mean yeah, I don't know, I don't really have any apart from my environment again, but I mean that's a tricky one really. I guess when I wrote that I was kind of referring to my environment. The last resolution I have is to be courageous. So like I said earlier, how I have a theme for every year. This year is to be courageous, and this stems from a quote I found, which I've actually stuck on my wall. You may have seen it if you saw my room tour, but the quote says, "The secret to happiness is freedom. The secret to freedom is courage." So last year, like I said, my main theme for the year was to be free, and I didn't really get that. I feel like I still feel very stuck. I think, again, mainly because of my environment. Just being here is very suffocating, I think. And I feel like me finding freedom will be down to how courageous I am with being able to separate myself from my environment, like this environment, my home environment and stuff. I feel like I talked about this already. I don't want to repeat myself, I've already said it, but yeah, I feel like for me it will be difficult to separate myself from this environment because there's a lot of like reliance on me, and I am a people pleaser and stuff, and I feel like I'm kind of, I don't know, it's kind of hard because obviously I don't want to like air out my dirty laundry or like throw anyone under the bus or make anyone look bad or anything like that. But, and this is just like how I feel, so I'm not saying that this is like someone's done this, someone's done ABC and D, they're a bad person, but this is just how I feel. Like, this is just how people's actions make me feel, but I do feel sometimes, or a lot of the time, most of the time, that I'm taken advantage of and that I'm like heavily relied on, and because I'm like a people pleaser, that kind of leads to that is leading to me being in a position where I feel really like imprisoned in my situation. And I know me escaping this situation, me leaving, it's gonna take a lot of bravery and a lot of I don't even know how to describe it. It's hard to like fully. I'm talking in riddles. I understand I'm talking in riddles, so what I'm saying probably doesn't mean anything to any of you. But I'm gonna have to make a lot of decisions that are gonna upset people, probably, or what's the word? Inconvenience people. But I'm gonna have to just do it. I'm either gonna be brave and just do it, or I'm gonna just stay here and suffer. So I don't want to suffer anymore. So yeah, I need freedom. I need to be free from the shackles of, I don't know what I'm saying, I'm chat. But yeah, so that quote, as well as that like theme, that like resolution is like my vibe for the, yeah, just be brave, be courageous, just like, you know, I don't know. But yeah, those are all my user resolutions for 2022. I'm so sorry this video is so long, but you can just pretend this is an actual live stream. It's fine. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below some of your New Year's resolutions, and I will tell you if they're shit or not. I'm joking. Obviously, like, no, there's no such thing as a shit one. I want to also take this time to say thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown me, like in 2021, as well as just like throughout my whole YouTube career. But I'm really grateful to all of you. I'm really grateful to all the friends I've made, all the supporters I've found and have. And yeah, I really hope that this year on YouTube is like even better. Like, and I really like find my place on this platform, because I put so much effort into it. So I feel like I really want to focus on, like, you know, thriving on this platform. So yeah, I think that's what I've got to say. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you are here, like, still watching, and it's like literally like an hour and a half, like, this is the same time as a movie, so if you've been here the whole time, I actually am obsessed with you. Like, you're amazing. But I feel like no one's watched this long. But maybe you watched in bits or skipped bits, that's fine. Like, but if you are still here, then thanks for watching. And even if you only watched 10 minutes of this, then thanks anyway, that's still fine. So yeah. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. I'm really looking forward to the content I'm gonna make in this month, as well as just the whole year, and I hope you like it too. So yeah, I hope you all have an amazing 2022, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Oh, don't come at me with that type of insanity. You know that's that shit I don't need. Sometimes I feel like